you want to be. I don't remember. Let's just play. Did you get shocked?
No.
I don't remember. I think you have to be the first one to push. No! Welcome to 314 Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome. You welcome.
I'm super excited because this is one of my favorite things to talk about.
What?
Games.
Oh, that's true.
And how important they are. Like, it's important to have fun in your relationship.
The shocking game, though, is shocking, quite literally.
That's the point. It is the scariest game.
I hate that game.
But it is like so much fun because you end up cracking
we
up.
hold it with our thumbs, and so when you do it, turn it on. All right, hit the button.
I'm so scared.
It's 2 players. Hold on.
No!
All right.
Did you get shocked?
You hold it?
Did you just get shocked?
Uh-uh.
You should have.
So we hold it.
I don't remember the rules. You got shocked.
I did just then.
I think you don't want to be the first person.
Here, you hold both.
No, I'm good.
Hold one in your teeth.
I don't remember, but it's super fun.
Why do you think it's so fun?
Because it's the anticipation.
I mean, to play games. Like you and I play games all the time. We love this game right here, this card game. I don't know if we can say it online. I guess we can. We can say the name.
I don't know. I'm afraid they'll delete us.
It's a phase. It's a card phase that we play.
You go through phases in life, and sometimes it's phase 6 or 9 or 10 phase that you go through in your life. I think that it takes a focus off of just the seriousness of life and work and I don't know, the seriousness of a relationship. It allows you to have fun. It allows you to even get to know each other.
Who's more competitive, me or you?
Me. Although you don't like to lose and you take it very personal.
I don't get mad. No, you're saying that because when we played Battleship on our last trip, I was the victor. I won 80% of the games.
Yes, but
or 80% of the battles.
I still think you could see the reflection in the window. A and
that is
B.
Not true.
Let's talk about what happened with darts because I was amazing at darts.
And I was throwing left-handed and blindfolded.
It's not true. It's not true. Maybe the left-handed, but not blindfolded.
If you and I were stuck on a desert island or a deserted island.
Is there a difference?
I guess you can call it desert or deserted. I guess it's the
deserted same. Sounds yummier.
Yeah. Who would survive longer and why? Me or you?
Oh, it definitely is me.
Why?
I'm resourceful. And
I'm resourceful.
I don't panic and I just sit and think and ponder, whereas you're like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
I don't do that. I don't do that.
And
That's not true.
I tend to be strategic.
I would win.
Whereas
I would straight up win.
You just quick.
There's
sometimes
no
make
way.
Decisions.
There's no way I don't stay on the island longer than you.
Honey,
and stay alive.
You wouldn't make it. You would get in fights with everybody. They would get on your nerves.
It's a deserted island.
Oh, I thought we went back to the show.
Talking about Survivor.
Oh, so is it just the two of us?
Now if we're playing Survivor, it's just
the two of us. I don't think you can say that. You're gonna get us canceled.
No, you can't. You can say that.
Okay.
I said deserted island.
My bad. That's a deserted island. They're on a deserted island.
I don't think so.
Either way.
I think there's a resort.
I still think I would win.
So tell them what
I'd probably be more willing to eat a human being than you would be.
That's probably true.
We probably need to change the subject.
That's probably
okay,
true.
What was your question? Okay, are you going to go back to your question?
I was saying, tell them what we're talking about today. Obviously, if they haven't already.
It's clearly enjoying some moments and playing games and just having some fun times together. not taking everything so serious. We kind of
as a couple, as a family,
enjoying time together, right?
Yeah. So we're who's most likely to run a quick errand in our house?
Me? Just a trick question.
I'm just asking.
I run quick errands. I don't like to take long.
But when you go on an errand, you make it a competition.
Oh, it is always a game, and
even when you're by yourself,
you want to be the fastest and beat your time every time.
Talk about that.
I agree. And let me say this: I do think it's not just about playing games and having fun moments together as a couple, but it does need to be as with your kids too. We used to do that a lot, but our life's kind of shifting and changing a little bit. Whereas the kids aren't around as much and they're working or whatever. So I think it's important as a couple to have these moments together separately, but then also as a family, those are important too.
Yeah.
So you can pass on your competition and your competitive feelings to your young ones.
Who just because I got to know this one. Who's more likely to say, "Let's just stay home," versus who's more likely to say, "Let's go out and have some fun"?
I don't. You are definitely stay home.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm willing to stay home, but I do have moments where I'm like, I do want to go out and do things, but I don't want to embarrass you.
What's that mean? You embarrass me.
Well, I probably do sometimes.
You do embarrass me. You talking about out? Like you embarrass me going out?
No, just in general. Sometimes I can be a little much. I think probably personality wise. All right, what's your favorite game to play though? We've played
the Battleship was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. And it was old school Battleship, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
That's what made it so much fun. Yeah.
That was fun. I like Phase 10 because it's something we've played for a long time. Like we lost a pack of them and then couldn't find them and then started playing them again and then we play with some friends and they come over. But it's something you and I do and really competitive. When it's by ourselves, and then when somebody's 2 or 3 ahead, and then they can't get that one, and then the other one comes back. That's pretty fun. So what's yours?
Well, and I will say a disclosure about that game. It does take a long time, so that's not one like you have to be willing to have a few hours to play that game.
Yeah.
This card game that has to do with phases of your life. I'm afraid we're going to say it too much. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Monopoly, and like a long time ago, my favorites were like Monopoly and Operation. It goes back to this.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
And that Perfection game.
Well, that buzzes you. This shocks you. That's a real shock.
But it has something to do with the timing, like Perfection, the little shapes.
Yeah.
And it would go everywhere. To me, those games are fun. Like you're under pressure.
You're talking about the one that has the pluses and the minuses, and you turn it on.
Is it not called Perfection?
Yeah, I think it is Perfection. I think.
Yeah, you turn the timer, and you have to do all the things.
Yeah. And then it pops out on it. Yeah, that's pretty fun.
I did like Risk. Risk is fun. Now I would enjoy playing that with you. I don't know. Does it still exist?
I'm sure it does.
That's a really strategic game.
That's something I have to just find on one of those, like on the internet or something.
I would enjoy playing that and trying that.
So. In life, we're dealt with just we're pulled in a million different directions. I mean, we're jobs, kids, bills, church, housework, yard work, work, all that kind of stuff. And a lot of times we forget. I do, and I think that's why we do this. I think it's got to the point where it's subconsciously like we'll realize, hey, we have forgotten that we're teammates,
right,
in life and partners, and we've got to figure out something to just bring some togetherness. And I like when we go out to eat; those are fun, and be able to sit across from each other and talk, or at least engage one another. That's something that I think people forget a lot of times.
Well, I think the other piece to it as well, though, is the joy and the happiness that comes from getting out of the norm and doing something fun.
Yeah.
So there's several scriptures about joy. There's just for a few. Philippians 4:4, always be glad because of the Lord. I will say it again, be glad. Proverbs 17:22. If you are cheerful, you feel good. If you are sad, you hurt all over. And this one is especially just simple and easy. 1 Thessalonians 5:16. Yeah. Always be joyful. And I just think we live in such a sad world sometimes, where a lot of things are just so negative or, I don't know, pressurized. I can't even explain a different word, where it's just go, go, go and do, do, do. This. Sorry. That you need the moments to just have fun and to be joyful. And I know the Christian and biblical joyful is different. And it's enjoying your Christianity and the fact that you're saved and have salvation in Christ. I know that. But I do think there's something to be said about also being joyful just in general in life.
When's the last time you and I laughed until we hurt?
Probably that trip we just took where we played Battleship. Mm-hmm. Like, we had some really funny moments, and getting out of hot tubs when you're like getting really old and things don't move the way they need to move. That was super fun.
Locked up, you can't lift it.
Yep, that was super fun.
Or your foot slips.
And I think that's, again, part of life. Start having fun and laughing at the moments that don't get so upset at yourself for some of the things you do.
Right.
As you're getting older and you're like, what the heck? Like, have fun. Just laugh at it. There isn't nothing you can do about it. Just enjoy the ride.
Do you find yourself doing that as you get older? Like, getting frustrated with yourself?
Yeah.
Frustrated with?
Oh, yeah. Like, there's moments where I'll get up off the couch and my leg doesn't. I mean, you see it all the time. My knee doesn't move.
That brings quite a lot of joy to me.
It's not.
Of laughter. I appreciate that.
But instead of, like, when I get locked up, I just... you just keep hobbling over to the kitchen and get your ice cream. I mean, instead of just, ooh, woe is me.
You said get your ice cream?
Whatever you're getting.
So, do you think that fun, I think it was James Dobson. I'm not certain. I'm probably giving him credit. And if he deserves it, he's done a great job. He says that fun is the oxygen to a marriage. Mm-hmm. Do you agree with that?
Well, yeah, because without it, you're going to get stagnant. You're going to get bored. It's probably easier to have an argument and then be able to, like, you have these joyful moments to reflect on and go, hey, we have these moments more than we have these moments or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, you're going to have disagreements and even arguments, but if you have some of these positive things to hold on to more so, then that'll, I don't know, push you through.
I think that when you don't have fun in marriage, mm-hmm. Or in a relationship, I think it becomes like just a business arrangement.
Correct. And I agree. It's just a what do you call it? Like a roommate agreement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll say that to you sometimes. It's fun.
Hey, roomie.
Hey, roomie.
But I also think those moments aren't intentional. You just get busy and you get stagnant. So you have to make choices to do these things.
Yeah, fun builds memories. Because obviously you remember bad things, but you want to remember the good things. Mm-hmm. And when I think about my grandmother, and she had Alzheimer's, but it was periodically she would every once in a while remember something, and mm-hmm. it would, like, she would come to herself and it'd be something funny,
right?
Usually it's something hilarious.
But what do you think about people who, like, it's easy for me to say and it's easy for me to do, go have fun and have fun, because I feel like I'm extroverted and that's just what I like to do. But what about people who that's not their kind of fun and that scares them to death?
I don't know.
Or they just don't like playing games. So then what do? Do you force yourself to do that as a sacrifice so that your loved one, spouse, whoever feels like you've participated in something?
Yes. I have to do that. Okay. I mean, because you are extroverted, and I'm an introverted extrovert, right? I mean, I love being around people when I'm in control. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's mm-hmm. who I am. Because I can control the situation. I can walk out whenever I want to. I can do whatever I want to.
Right.
But when I'm not in control, it bothers me. But I do that. I have to just go, okay, this is something that's important to her, mm-hmm. and you got to go, and you put on a brave face and try to figure it out, navigate your way through it, and but I think it's important because some people may watch or listen and they go, well, I don't have a partner that will help me navigate those waters. You're really good at helping me navigate those situations, and I think that helps me end up having fun when you're having a ball, but you're including me in those different things. You know, I wasn't in control of my mom's retirement party. I was just showed up.
Right.
I helped, but I just showed up. You were in charge, but other things were going on. I didn't know what was happening, and you were really good about bringing me in and including me and doing.
He's talking about when I made him dance in front of everybody.
Well, that's one of them. Yeah, that's super fun, and it was weird having all your church people watch you, but it was really cool because I'm like, should I kiss her right here on the dance floor? Because it was a slow dance moment too for a minute, but I didn't do it because I asked you though. I said,
was kind of awkward because everybody was staring.
But anyway, it is important to have a spouse that helps you navigate those things and helps you figure out how to have fun in an uncomfortable place that they're comfortable.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. But really, it all comes down to there's going to be moments in the relationship where you're going to have to make a sacrifice.
Yes. Yeah.
No matter what it is, not just fun nights or days or whatever, but even when it comes down to picking movies, like, okay, this time we're going to watch the action-packed, whatever.
Which you hate. Unless it's Liam Neeson. You like that.
I like his voice.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
And then next time we'll watch the love story or comedy or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? I just think there is some push and pull that has to occur.
There's something to be said about, and I told a friend of mine this a few days ago. He was here hanging out, and I told him, I said, we're trying to do in our life. I'm 52. You're years old, and you don't tell a woman's age on the screen.
40 something.
Yeah. I told him that we're trying to live a Proverbs 17:22 type of life where a merry heart does good like medicine.
Right.
When we have found that the more fun we have, the better we feel, the better we feel about ourselves, the better we feel about each other, the more you want to take care of yourself. I mean, I'm in a place now for the last 4 weeks, maybe, that I am taking extremely good care of myself. I'm seeing that from that trip that I am a little vulnerable. I'm getting older, and I think I'm still 30, but my body says.
I think we all think that, and then we get into the middle of something.
But I think, and he loved that. He said, "Well, that's pretty awesome." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's a mindset. We don't go around telling each other, hey, Proverbs 17:22,
right?
But we."
You don't have that song in your head. I'm happy. Clap for whatever that is.
Jeremy Leslie sang that for us, didn't he? One time.
Maybe
at church. I think that's But anyway, I think fun helps you remember how you felt.
Right.
Right.
Okay, that's fair. I guess that's what I was getting at earlier when I said, like, you're gonna have some moments, you're gonna have disagreements, even arguments, whatever. But if you have enough of these fun and positive, joyful moments, then those memories hopefully kick in.
Yes.
When you're having those sad moments, depression, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Do you get frustrated when I gloat and I'm a bad winner at our games?
I don't. Yes and no. I think it really depends. I think it depends on how bad I got beat.
You are the worst winner.
Like, I would rather it be a blowout and me be like, okay, fair and square. I really was not good at this game. I chose my words wisely.
Yeah. I wondered if it was.
Then to be like me winning, this close to winning, like, that drives me crazy. Like, and that's what happened on Battleship in numerous occasions. I was this close to winning.
Well, you had one. You had one, and then I came.
And it was just the two for whatever the two little thing guy is.
What is that? Tugboat or something?
I don't know. That? And I was like, come on. That's more frustrating to me. That's when you should not gloat.
What is a story of a game night? It could be with us or friends or family or church game night or just something fun. And when we say games, we're talking about just something fun that you guys both can do together and enjoy. It could be watching a movie, but you really, I think it's important that you engage, talk when nothing's on, and you're talking to one another and you're doing something.
Yeah.
I mean, we go out in the yard and you like pulling weeds. I hate it. So, but you like me being out there with you. I mean, and so I just walk around and talk, and every once in a while, when it's hot summer, I'll spray the water up in the air, and you get mad and laugh, and then it's all fun and games. But
for you,
yeah, for me. So what's a story or a fun time that you just thought, man, this is hilarious, and it just sticks out in your mind that maybe brought you and I closer?
Honestly, God, the last time when we played Battleship, that was the best time for me. Okay. And I don't know if it's because it was so nostalgic, and it brought back like childhood memories on top of enjoying.
We didn't carry this game though. Tell them.
No, so we stayed at this our Airbnb. Yeah. And they had our and it just happened to be there, and I just got super excited. But those are good moments. The best one though, it's the kids played well. I don't know that all the kids played. But the one where Brandon threw the Monopoly table.
We were in Glencoe. Yeah,
that was awesome.
That was just us three. The
kid, that's right. They were too young to play.
Will Haley and Brandon Will Haley and Bailey were around, but they were doing their own thing. Bailey was a teenager.
Bailey was a teenager, and Will and Haley were too young to play and to understand the concept, right?
Yeah.
But it was the electronic one, wasn't it? And Brandon was in charge of all the money and the cards.
Yes.
And anyway, he threw the daggone.
Flipped the board over.
He flipped the board. He got so mad, and that's when I knew we had a problem.
He was like 8.
But I had he had seen somebody do that before, and I was like, "Oh no, he's picking up something."
I don't know if he saw somebody. Didn't you do that when you were younger? Yeah.
I threw fits. Yeah, imagine that.
We won't talk about some of the fits you threw.
I threw fits
because I think they could be R-rated.
Okay, I did enjoy. We played Uno. We used to play Uno before we got hooked on this game.
Yeah.
And Dominoes.
Dominoes
was fun.
Yeah, the Mexican thing.
The train.
Mexican train dominoes. Yeah. My mom hooked us up on that. What is it? What?
Nothing.
Oh.
That I can't say.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes you can add fun rules to your games. If you're grown, married adults.
Yes, absolutely. And you probably don't. But there's nothing wrong with that when you're married, right? Yep. So we're going to gross our kids out. Probably need to move on. So
like they watch.
They don't watch this.
This will be a good trick to see if they watch.
Yeah, for sure. So,
what's one you want to play in the future? Like, have you thought of a game yet that we have not done?
Now that you mention it,
or that we not?
There's dominoes again.
Shut up. I opened that door wide open. I feel like we watched a commercial the other day, and I went, "Hey, we got to get that game," and now I can't remember what it was. I don't remember. But
Trivial Pursuit is one of my favorites.
Oh, because you get it all right.
I love remember the knowledge stuff, remembering history and all those things.
Okay,
that's one of my favorites.
Stupid stuff. Maybe I shouldn't say stupid stuff.
I love it.
You're just good at trivia, and I'm not. I can do Bible trivia. I'm good at that one.
Yeah, you are.
But not the real trivia.
We played with some friends at a Sunday school party years ago, and you dominated. You were good. You and Cameron were incredible. And it was a lot of it was such basic stuff. I was like, it took a minute. I had to go like way back in Sunday school days. That was fun. That was really good. His wife was so funny on that. That was cool. A challenge to our watchers or listeners, and even to us, I think, and I want you to speak on this. Do you think it's important to identify the area of what's robbing the fun in your life, and try to be mindful of that with each other?
I do think that because it's going to have to be addressed, because it won't go away unless you address it. But just like any other conversation, you're going to have to come to it with an open mind.
Yeah.
Not defensive off the bat. Ready to go at it and that's just a good practice in general in life, whether it's a marriage or work relationship or whatever. You have to come to these discussions, A, ready to learn, B, ready to see a different perspective that's not yours, and be humble enough to know, hey, I could have done something wrong, and how do I need to fix it? So, but you're right. Like, you're not going to have many fun moments if you're not already be able to address the issues at hand.
Don't you think it's important to, because I know I can hear people saying, well, we don't have time. We're just busy life. Isn't it important to just put it in the calendar?
Yep. Make it. Pencil it. No, not pencil it in.
No.
Put it in pen.
She has a big eraser. Don't pencil it in.
You have to carve it out.
You've got, this is mandatory.
Yeah. Well, and think about it.
You're going to have fun if it kills you.
We carve out, we carve out time in our life for our haircuts. We carve out time for golf.
I haven't played in a month.
Carve out, what?
I haven't.
Please, look what we can have.
We were supposed to go yesterday, and the weather said it was going to rain. Didn't rain at all.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
But we carve out time for all these other things, and massages, and I don't know, getting our pedicures and stuff. You can carve out time.
Yeah.
To spend with each other to play a daggone game. Yeah. It's not difficult.
I think it's mandatory that you have.
Turn the TV off.
Yeah. Yeah. That you just. I mean, this is part of our time. I mean, I love this more than anything. We took a hiatus and we were busy. I love sitting down and just talking, because it sometimes we go, crap, we got to do that. We got to remember to do that. Yeah. Regular date nights, important. And like you said a while ago, a few weeks ago, you don't have to just go out to eat somewhere. You don't have to just go to the movies. You can just set aside time to do something with one another. You can have date night at the house.
Right, exactly. Right? It looks different for a lot of people. And even when your babies are younger, you can still have date night. Now, it doesn't mean you have to have the grandparents involved and they got to watch your babies. Like, put them to bed and have a moment. Like, play a game or have a special dessert or whatever. You have to take care of those moments. Push through the exhaustion and just do it. I mean, you have to.
Absolutely.
And it can be sitting outside drinking coffee. It doesn't have to be expensive, and it doesn't have to be for 30, 43 hours, whatever. Just something.
I like what you said. Turn the TV off. The phone. I think the phones at times, it's very difficult when you have children. Yeah. To put the phones out of sight.
Right.
That's very difficult. But make it mandatory where you have that phone put down and you don't pick it up. You don't look at it when you're having this at sometimes, not all the time. But I think it's important because it makes that person feel like,
I agree.
I've got your attention.
Yeah, and that's where the focus has to be.
No talking about bills. There's times that you got to talk about bills. No talk about your kids. You just talk about life. Yeah. And each other.
Well, and as you get older and your relationships go longer. Yeah. Which is the goal.
Sure.
Your interests change and your favorite things change. So why not every once in a while find out, hey, do you still like the color blue? Is this dessert still your favorite? You still want steak for dinner? You still like the Parmesan on top of the steak?
Yes.
Like, still you have to, those things change. Yeah. And so as we get older, things change. You got to have those conversations still.
I was telling you that the other day, that as older I get, that my taste buds are changing. Right. I'm literally eating things I would never have eaten 20 years ago,
Being a big boy.
We're almost at the 30-minute mark, and we like to be done before then. So do you think that it's important to do spontaneous things, even if you're by yourself? As a widow or a widower or somebody that's single, I think it's important to be spontaneous periodically. But as a couple, do you think that's important?
It's a toughie for me because I am very scheduled.
Sure.
I like everything just as it is. Yeah. So spontaneous sometimes makes me nervous, and especially if I didn't plan it.
Right. That's true.
But
did you enjoy a spontaneous trip?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. But once I get in the moment and get past the control, probably, let's be real, the control aspect of it, I do enjoy it. And I look back and go, I didn't have to plan anything. And oh my gosh, he thought of me. I think you did our whole Valentine's night, not this past one, the year before.
Right.
It was awesome. And it was so expensive. Oh my gosh. But we had so much fun.
I'll be doing it.
I'm just saying. And I kept the whole time going, where are we going now? Where are we going now? What are we going to do now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it because it was a surprise element. But it does take me a moment. So, yes, I think spontaneous is important, but not a whole lot at one time.
Relax. All right, to recap, I think it's important. I hope there's maybe some takeaways. I guess that would be the word. Remember that fun is not it's not optional. It is something that you have to do. It is. It's not a bonus. You don't. Well, we get to have fun today. No, it is part of the foundation of a relationship. Yes. So make sure that you have fun. Your marriage deserves it. Your marriage, your relationship deserve it.
And think about it. When you first met that person, you were probably having fun and you were happy and joyful.
Yeah.
So bring that happiness and joyfulness back into your relationship.
Your marriage deserves happiness.
Yes.
It deserves laughter.
Push them into the water every time you're on a bridge. I don't know. I don't even know where that came from.
Are we going on a bridge soon? What if the bridge is really high?
I didn't mean a bridge. I meant the thing you walk on. Like at the river.
We love you. Thank you guys for joining us. You're just
bye.
You're a little much sometimes.